Start with a chain of 30. Chains done, and we'll start our half double crochet stitches. Half double crochet into the second chain from the hook, so we're skipping the very first chain, and half double crochet into each of the chains across the row. So let's do this half double crochet across the row, and at the end of the row we'll chain one and turn. So rows 1 to 4 for this block is all half double crochet stitches. Chain one, turn. Now let's repeat 3 more rows of half double crochet stitches. At the end of every row, chain one, turn, and make another row of half double crochet stitches. So I'm going to see you at the end of row 4. Okay, 4 rows down, heading on to row 5. Chain one, turn, half double crochet into 6 stitches, and slip stitch in the next stitch. Chain 9, slip stitch into the same stitch. We'll go again and do half double crochet in 9 stitches. Slip stitch into the next stitch. Chain 9. Slip stitch into the same stitch. And half double crochet into the rest of the stitches. And that's the end of row 5. Chain 1 and turn. Row 6, we'll be doing half double crochet into each of the stitches across the row. Okay, we are at the slip stitches here. Remember, on the other side we did 2 slip stitches. What we want to do is to work into one of the slip stitches. Only one of the slip stitches counts as a stitch here, so we will work in here. This is the very first slip stitch that we made. So we're here. Now we'll come. Okay, we want to put this forward and make the half double crochet right here in this slip stitch. And let's go again and make our half double crochet into the very first slip stitch there. Okay, let's finish the row with slip stitches. With half double crochet stitches. Alright, and that's the end of row 6. Chain 1, turn. Row 7 to 8 will be all half double crochet stitches. Alright, so let's repeat half double crochet stitches for rows 7 and 8. Okay, let's head on to row 9. At the end of row 8, chain 1, turn, half double crochet in 10 stitches. You can always adjust the number of chains you make for this part. Let's make our 10 stitches first, and slip stitch in the next stitch. Chain 13. So you can adjust how many chains you make for this part. Just know that the buttons will go this way, right? So you want to have enough, and also depending on the size of the button that you want to fix. 13 chains, slip stitch into that same stitch where you made the first slip stitch, okay? And after the slip stitch, half double crochet into 11 stitches. Slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 15, slip stitch into the same stitch, and finish the row with half double crochet stitches. Chain 1 and turn. So rows 10 and 12 are going to be half double crochet stitches. Remember, when you're making your half double crochet stitches, that only one of these slip stitches here counts as a stitch, which is the very first slip stitch that you made, right? The first slip stitch before the second one. So we're totally ignoring the second slip stitch and just going straight to the first slip stitch. So let's do that across the row, and 2 rows of half double crochet stitches, that is rows 10 to 12. 3 rows of half double crochet stitches, rows 10 to 12. Okay, let's proceed. Row 13 now, chain 1 and turn. Half double crochet in 3 stitches. Slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 9, slip stitch into the same stitch, half double crochet into 14 stitches. Slip stitch into the next stitch, chain 20, and half double crochet into the remaining stitches. Chain 1 and turn. So rows 14 to 20 are all half double crochet stitches. So let's go ahead and make half double crochet stitches up to row 20. Remember that our slip stitch here is the very first one, okay? Working into only one of the slip stitches. Only one of the slip stitches, the very first one. So I'm going to see you at the end of row 20, and we will make the edge together. 20 rows done. Now let's do the edge. So chain 1, single crochet into each stitch row. At the end, 20 single crochets, chain 1, 29 single crochets, chain 1, 20 single crochet stitches, with chain 1 and join to the first stitch here. So I'm going to do this, and I'll see you at the end. So now I have all of these buttons arranged on here, just how I would like to sew them. So I'm just going to start one by one to sew them on. So I'm using the same yarn and a needle, tapestry needle. So I'm going to put these. So I just want to make sure that, so let's say if we stretched it this way, how far would it be able to go around the button? Okay, that's the whole point of this. So this was the right side, okay, of the edging. So I've turned it to face this way. So I'm just going to begin to go for the back. Okay, this feels tight enough. Alright, I'm going to leave that here. I'm going to snip this. I'm going to tie all those, and yeah. So the second one, you just place it any which way, any direction that you feel is okay. So there's no perfect direction as long as the loop goes through. So I'm going to do that for each of these. So once we finish, we're going to have something like this. So at the back, you're going to see all of these, and just going to guide you through, show you how I've tucked all of them in. So first things first, I'm going to tie the loose ends. I'll tie it twice. Alright, once that's done, I'm just going to pass it through the needle. Now I'm going to pass it through the stitches. I'm going to weave it in. So what this means is you want to at least keep your tail, the loose ends long enough so that you can weave it in at the back after tying them. And there we have it. Yeah. End of the third block.